Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in and checking out your board. You see where I'm at? Yeah, I'm in the unfinished lab, but I'm out here because the sun is up. I got a little daylight. I got a lesson I want to give to you, so let's do this. I got to stand up. All right, here we go. Writers in 25 rules live by storytelling. Story with a message in a story for life. Another one of life lessons. Hope you like this one. Let's do it. Right thinking mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment, knowing who you are. Right thinking's way of life through mental and spiritual discipline daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of obtaining spiritual enlightenment, aka knowing thyself, aka opening up the third eye. Okay? They say the third eye is really the first eye because it sees inside. But let's go. The question, know thyself. You need to know who you are. And all these persons, it ain't but a few of them, but break them down. One of them are you. The question is, which one are you? A person who knows not, and knows not that they know not, is foolish. A person who knows not, but knows that they know not, is simple. I can teach you. Tune in. That's what I do for you. A person who knows not and believe that they know, dangerous, avoid them. I do. A person who knows, but knows not that they know, is asleep. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock. I got you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. But like I said, all these persons, it reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself. And to my eye, be true. Alright? I got a good lesson today because, again, this is how I feel. Right now I'm in a good place. So I'm going to just discuss why and how I got to this good place. Hopefully the lesson will get that point across. Right thinkers, let's talk about happiness comes from spiritual enlightenment. How you gonna put them two together? I'm glad you asked. Let's go. In order for you to be happy, you have to know who you are. Knowing who you are means you're spiritually enlightened. Now you see where we're going? Alright, let's go. Happiness is a state of being, mentally and spiritually. Again, knowing thyself is that point you want to be in your life. Haru, Christhood, anointed. These are things that spiritual enlightenment, nihas, achieving knowledge of self, was the greatest endeavor our ancestors could do. And they left that for us to follow the pattern. I'm just following the pattern. And I'm telling you from experience, it worked. When you reach that state of spiritual enlightenment, nihas, you have reached the highest pinnacle of human nature. You know who you are. If you know yourself, you are happy with yourself. Trust me. The work that you put in on a regular basis, when the reward comes, it is so much better than the work you put in. It's rewarding beyond compare. That's a spiritual connection that every individual has the right to have for themselves. That's free will. If you want someone else to make you happy, you will never, ever reach that state of happiness. Is all about you and what's inside of you and what you put inside you conceptually. Knowledge. Spiritual enlightenment gives you the happiness, or that only comes from that individual who put the work in to achieve that level. It's out there for all of us. Make a choice. Trust me. Next one. Spiritual enlightenment is reaching that state of happiness. They call it bliss. They call it Mahdi. They call it nirvana. They can call it, again, what they want. But to achieve it, I call it right thinking. Okay? achieve it. You can call it whatever you want. I am happy. I'm a happy person because I know me. That's right thinking philosophy in a bag. Once you find out who you are, your life is yours to live and be and do what you choose. I'm doing everything I need to do on my terms at this point in my life, so I'm happy. To be happy, you have to do the right thing daily. Right thinking philosophy teaches you just that. Once you start, keep going. I haven't stopped yet. If you're in search of happiness outside of yourself, that's an endless search, because you'll never find it, because it's within. That's what right thinking philosophy will teach you. The work you put in will direct or detect what you get out of it. If you give 100% effort to knowing yourself, you will get 100 plus in return for doing the work. Trust me. Happiness is the pursuit of becoming spiritually enlightened. That's where happiness lies. Once you know yourself, you can be happy. I'm not happy because I got things. I'm not happy because I achieved something. No, I'm happy from within because I know who I am. Happiness is knowing thyself completely. It's a phase, a learning phase. You have to be a teacher. You have to be the student. At one time, I was a student. Now I'm a teacher. My happiness comes from me knowing myself, from the work that I put in to do just that. My relationships, I love having them, but that's not what makes me happy. Okay? Your happiness is you doing like unhappy is a choice. You can do what you need to do. That will make you happy. If you don't do the things you need to do, you will be unhappy. We suffer because we're ignorant. Happiness is knowing. Outside things may make you happy. Accumulating things may make you happy. Good sex and all that, drugs may make you happy, but it's not happiness. Happiness is from within. Happiness comes from within, okay? My joy is my doing. I control that. So can you. We tend to overlook that we control our destiny. Once you get in control of yourself, it takes some work, okay? Here we go. I appreciate you tuning in. Honesty with yourself, that's what keeping it real is all about. P-Funk. I've always been one thing, honest with myself. Always. It won't change. Once you come to realize that with yourself, if you haven't been honest, you can change that by starting. Anytime you start is the best time for yourself. That's on you. I take a good look at myself when daily, and I like what I see when daily. That's why I come to you daily. I was told I'm living in my own world because I'm spiritually enhanced, because I have principles and morals and stuff that I consider that I live by that most people take for granted. That's fine. I take it serious, but that's me. P-Funk is my name that I go by. It means pure real. I'm going to be who I'm going to be. I am who I am. It took me 64 years to get it. It ain't going nowhere. Newsflash. You should know you better than anybody else. That's right thinking philosophy. Know you first. Everything is taken care of itself. I speak from my heart. That's called Makaru. I didn't always speak from the heart. I couldn't speak Makaru. Truth is from the heart. Moving on. I'm about to wrap this up. Again, I appreciate you tuning in. Hope the lesson is getting across to you, because your boy is doing what he's supposed to do, trying to get the point across so you can do the same thing for you. Right thinkers are happy to have happiness in their life. Once you start finding you are, it starts to become a little bit better to you. It starts to become a little bit more fun to you. It starts to become a little more interesting. Why? Because you at the wheel. You controlling this thing. Young people, get behind the wheel. Control your life early. That's my concept for young people. Right thinkers are working on finding their happiness within themselves. They're not going out looking for it. They're going inside to find it. I guarantee you, the effort you put in, you'll be rewarded. When you become spiritually interested, you're a right thinker. Now you want something better for yourself. That's the whole concept of thinking right. I need something more than what, that's all. Truth. Right thinking is coming into yourself by experiencing it for yourself. When you become a right thinker in search of finding yourself, the lessons you learn are for you. Learn them, appreciate them, and you'll see the difference. You can think happiness, you can want happiness. Right thinking teaches you how to obtain happiness. I'm about to wrap it up. Being happy with yourself is having happiness on your side. I'm happy to have happiness on mine. How about you? That's it, Mo. Tune in. I'll be back.